Can you guys hear me now? Okay, check, check, check. All right, we're talking to you. Sorry about that. I had no audio. Michael just informed me thusly. Um, let's see. So, anyway, make sure I'm audioed up. Gotta love Zoom, y'all. Okay, so let me just repeat everything I just said. All right, even if it, like, I guess that was all discarded. So, hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. I know it's been a while since I've done these. I'll explain why in a little bit. But today is a day that is one of the best in recent memory for iOS developers. Why? Well, you're just going to have to find out. Unless you've been reading X/Twitter, Mastodon, and Threads all day. You'd probably be able to pick up the vibes. But if you haven't, I will inform you. So today, Apple came out with Xcode 26.3. Why is this so important and why should everybody care? Well, Apple has introduced agentic features in the Xcode IDE. Basically means you can use Claude Code and Codex in your IDE for Xcode. Now, of course, y'all are thinking, well, I could use Claude Code in the terminal. Why should I use this? There's one different thing that you should keep in mind here. This version of the models is seeming like are more contextually aware for iOS development. So they can do things such as being able to help you rename projects effectively, managing schemas, if you guys know what they're schemes, things like that. Um, and yeah, those are kind of some things to keep in mind. Um, but yeah, those are some things to keep in mind about the updates. Um, Now, why should you care? Because it will make making iOS development easier. I already built an app with it earlier today. Well, I'll try to. It almost works. I redid my YouTube TTS app. But today we're gonna make another app. So we're gonna make our app for RSS feeds, and I put the stuff in the description. I'll show you guys the prompt and everything we're gonna use. And I'm hoping that by the end of this, we'll have it in test flight. So I'll show you everything. I'll show you how to make this work. I'll show you what is needed. And of course, I will also show some accessibility bugs. Oh yeah, there are some accessibility bugs. You thought that all software was immune from those? Not a chance. So we'll get into those. Um, awesome. So yeah, we'll get into those. I know, accessibility bugs, oh goodness. But it's okay. I will get into everything and more right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm first going to make the Xcode project. I didn't even do that, right? I know I should have been more prepared. At least I had a prompt, right? I have my prompt for the RSS reader. Honestly, the prompt I just made was literally a dictation into ChatGPT. If you don't use that feature, you should. Or, maybe use our new app, Perspective Transcribe, that's coming out. Yes, I said it. It was on Mastodon. So if you guys aren't familiar with us, we have a bunch of apps in the App Store. You can find us making things like, we have our apps. Of course, you've heard of Pocket Braille and others. Well, we're really expanding out now into the AI era. So now we are making different kind of AI apps, and we have an app called Perspective Transcribe that's coming out soon. If you've ever heard of things like the Bee or the Plod, guess what? You don't have to buy those anymore because you have something on your device. And you know what? I helped make it, and it's amazing. I use it every day at work for transcription and dictation, and it is really cool. So you guys should check it out when it comes out, hopefully soon. But anyway, enough of the sponsor stuff away. Oh yeah, actually, I gotta repeat that, don't I? Oh, the joys of not having audio. I wish Zoom could just be like, you don't have audio, so let's just fill it in for you. Anyway, let's do that real quick. So, have you ever wanted to have an app that you could be able to store your deepest, darkest secrets and also your most private information without getting it to the cloud? I've got a solution. Imagine you're trying to store a bunch of documents like your tax forms or other things, or you're trying to get help with stuff that maybe you don't want all these AI models and big data centers across the world to understand. Well, there's an app called Perspective Intelligence, and it's a really cool app. We actually make it. You better check it out. It's in the App Store, and the link is in the description, so you have no excuse. And we also have a new website for it as well that I'm working on. And yes, I will be talking about my web stack on Friday, and that leads us to another announcement I'll get into later. And just stay tuned. Don't think about going away because I've got a lot to share. So, Perspective Intelligence allows you to be able to store everything and to chat with a model on your own device. Nothing goes to the cloud, it all stays on your phone. And guess what? You can start for free. The main free features are the chat and, just getting used to it. And then if you want to support us, right, you're feeling generous that day, you can support us for $5.99 a month. And you can get a bunch of features: voice mode, creating images with Image Playground, and yes, they all have alt text attached to them for people who love the accessibility thing. So, of course, you're thinking images, oh, they're not accessible. Well, guess what? They're accessible here. No excuses. Also, if you're new to a city and you want to find like the bars or the things in the city, great for that too. You can ask at different locations, and like I could say, tell me about some pubs in Austin, Texas. It will do a great job. Also, you want to try to find somebody's contact, their phone number and their contacts that you haven't seen in so long. Great, you could do that too. We'll query your contacts. Need to know what's on your schedule? Don't feel like opening the calendar app? Awesome. That will be there well in all access. And you can also keep all your memories in the all access. You could say things like, send an email to my manager about this live stream. It's going very well. We have a bunch of viewers and people are interacting. I could do that and it will send it to Michael. So if you guys want to check it out, link in the description, you guys should. You can download it for free and see what you guys think, and we're always open to feedback. Anyway, enough of the sponsor stuff. Let's actually get started. So I'm going to create a new Xcode project. First, I'm going to make sure I don't have any chats. Okay, I'm good on the chats. And if we get 10 likes, we're going to do something really special on Friday. Did I say that? I sure did. I better give the secret away before somebody's going to start spreading rumors on Mastodon or other places. Streaming Fridays are back. Yep, I said it. They kind of went away for a little while because of all these different scheduling constraints. They're not there anymore. We could do streaming Fridays. So guess what? Every Friday, either 12 or 1 Central, I will be live on this YouTube channel. And you know what? Maybe Michael or others will come as well. Who knows? But the thing is that I'm going to be talking about all different sorts of topics. And yes, if we get 10 likes today, I will go over my entire web stack of how I deploy web apps. Because newsflash, it's changed. Me and Heroku used to be friends. Heroku is a way to deploy web apps. And me and Heroku had a little bit of a breaking up to do. So I will talk to you about that on Friday, but only if we get 10 likes. I know you guys can do it. Come on. Invite your friends. Tell everybody you know about this awesome stream. And let's see if we can't get 10 likes on this one today. And then we will do one on Friday about my web stack. So anyway, let me go ahead and get the Xcode open. And I will show you guys what we're going to do. I got the prompt all intact. And we're going to see if we can't build this. Wow, guys, we have 15 watching. Let me see if I have any chat messages. Let me check it out. Okay. And I just want to warn y'all, if you guys have never been here before, I'm actually blind. And so I do use a screen reader. It basically reads out everything out loud. So don't be thinking that the robots are coming. It's coming from your screen. It's because I'm a screen reader user. I'm blind, and that's how I navigate the computer. Okay. I always have to comment that because some people always think they're going to be typing in the comments saying, why is there robots on my screen? No, it's not a robot. It's called a screen reader. It's called an access tool. Anyway, let me go ahead and get the stuff together here. I'm going to share I'm going to get the things sorted out. This is your time before we get started. Ask your questions. Actually getting started for real this time. I have too many announcements, don't I? Yeah, let's ask questions real quick before I need to get started and get some things set up. So, yeah, what kind of questions you guys have before we actually get into things? Okay, let's see. I'm just getting things set up real quick. And then we're gonna get the project started. I'm gonna even show you guys how we create a project as well in Xcode. So if you're new to Xcode, I'll go over everything I'm doing. And yeah, it'll be really cool. I've been doing apps for 2 years now, and Michael, who's in the chat, taught me how to do them. It's really cool. I like making apps, especially after today, which I'll show you guys what I mean later. All right. So I'm training this down. There we go. And then I'm going to, there we go, close this. Okay. Yes, Fridays are back. I know everybody's so like, what? What happened? Well, I had a little bit of something called a scheduling conflict with some meetings I had. And everybody is super happy because they are gone, at least hopefully for now. So Fridays are coming back. And again, remember those 10 likes, everybody. 10 likes. And then Friday we'll do a how I deploy my web apps in my web stack. So let's get that going. And then I'm going to keep getting everything good here, making sure that I have everything open. And let's see, I didn't want to set this up beforehand because otherwise I couldn't show you guys how to create the project. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So let me close this real quick. Oh, and then here we go. So I'm going to open up Xcode, share my screen on Zoom. So let's do this. All right. Oh, there's a couple of chat messages there. Okay. So let me. Oh, somebody's asking me. Okay, there's a Mastodon post too. Okay. So if you guys, oh, somebody's asking me, how do I mention you on Mastodon? Tayarnt, TAYARNDT at Techopolis, TECHOPOLIS .social. So if you really want to mention me on Mastodon, you've got the next great big idea, you go ahead. I want to hear it. And if you want to talk and chat as well, that's all right as too. Okay, so I'm almost set up here, and hopefully we don't have any issues. I hope not. So let's do this real quick. I'm going to open up Xcode. Before I do, I'm going to share my screen. Let's do that here. And again, if anybody has any questions, go ahead. All right, here we go. So, what is new? Well, the thing is that when Apple released this Xcode update, oops, I forgot to share my. Okay, hold on. So when they released this Xcode update, they added a lot of agentic features. So before, like yesterday, or not yesterday, good grief. Well, it felt like yesterday. Last year, they had an assisted coding thing where it would help you, but it wouldn't do the full agentic. Well, that's gone. And today it's fully agentic. Now, this is a release candidate. You will not find this in the App Store, everybody. You will need to go to developer.apple.com and you will need to download it. That's the first thing I will recommend. Okay? You cannot find it on the App Store. It's just not there. Trust me. I looked. Not there. It's a RC, release candidate, which means this is kind of a beta. Things may be buggy. Really? Okay, anyway, here we go.
Participants, docular screen.
So,
Safari.
my
Zoom text edit.
screen.
Finder.
We go.
Finder. Developer window. List view
So,
table. Row
let
23.
us.
Screenshot 2026.
There we
Zoom.
go.
Us. Zoom.
Okay, there we go. Let me get this thing to shut up. So, I'm going to go ahead and create a Xcode project. Pretty familiar with this workflow. I'm going to go to Xcode. I'm just going to do Spotlight here.
Spotlight.
Xcode.
Selection deleted. XCODE. Zoom.
I'll go
Us.
through
Zoom
this
share
pretty
status bar
quickly.
window. System dialog. You are screen sharing. Dock the top button. Xcode. Welcome to X. Open exit clone git create new version 26.3.
26.3, you notice it says that. So that's what you want. If you don't have that, you're not going to get these features. Okay. So I selected 26.3. I downloaded it from Apple developer site. And there we go. So now I'm going to go
Create new project button. X now in window.
Okay. I'm going to interact.
Insert text toggle filter button. Scroll area. And template framework ampersand live template chooser collection
Here we
one
go.
app.
Template.
Document app.
App.
Out of section product name colon. Edit text.
I'm going to call this perspective. Yes, this is we're going to be maybe selling this app on the App Store. Who knows? Perspective.
E-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-E. Perspective.
Reader.
R-E-A-D-E-R. Period. Techopolis. Content selected.
That's the bundle ID. That's like the reverse, like so it's com.taylor or app.techopolis.
Apps. Desk for Swift host and CloudKit. Checked.
I'm gonna save everything in iCloud. That will save it into iCloud. So if you want to be able to see this on your iPad from your phone,
Hands previous.
you need
But
that.
next default button.
Okay.
And open the search text list source to create git Xcode will place
Search
your new folder but
control.
hide option cancel button hide new X create source list view search text vertical split terminal change the item
I
terminal
don't want it in my
terminal
terminal folder. Why'd I get in there?
check mark developer Taylor developer
Let's put it there.
vertical search list source create Xcode will new folder hide cancel create button.
Boom. There is the
Xcode is not responding.
Great.
Source editor edit text currently on line 1 insertion at beginning of text / new line
Okay.
/
So this is a simple Xcode project. Everybody's familiar with these, right? Well, at least some people are. We're not going to really be talking about the Xcode fundamentals today. If you really want that, we've got a class. It's the Apple App Development class. I've talked about this a lot. You guys can join there. It's fully free. And I'm the TA for that. And Michael is the teacher. It's every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, or it's also on demand, whenever you want to listen. So you guys should join that if you would like to. But today, I'll show you guys. I'm just checking up chats real quick. I'll show you guys how we're going to make this RSS reader. And I'll also show you what this prompt looks like. Because you know what my prompts are usually like? They're just a bunch of sloppy dictations. Yes, I kid you not. Because sometimes I don't feel like typing everything out. Or sometimes, more than actually likely everything else, is that my mouth moves too fast for my brain and I just get a bunch of slop. I guess that's the way to put it. There's AI slop now, y'all, and there's Taylor slop sometimes, meaning I type too fast and my brain just can't keep up. And my mouth is just going too fast, like 50 miles an hour. So yeah, that is fun times. Okay, I got chat open real quick. All right, so chat, let's see. We got 4 likes. What can we do? Can we get more? I have my likes monitor watching. So anyway, thought I'd give an update to that. All right, chats. Okay, so we're gonna end this chat now. So I'm now going to be in Xcode, which I already am. That's right.
Source editor.
I'm now going to start with a screen reader, and then eventually I will not use the screen reader, just so that if somebody is not liking the screen reader and think that there's robots attacking the world and they get so sick of it, that I'm going to try to make it equal for everybody so that we don't lose people. Okay, so let us do this. Let me go ahead. I'm going to show you guys how to do this real quick. First of all, you're going to need to go to Preferences.
Xcode is not responding.
Oh, yay.
Open icon. Intelligence.
Okay, so when you're in Xcode, it will automatically leave you off where you were at. I was in the intelligence section. And this is where you can define what kind of models you want to select. So I guess I only selected the Claude when I signed in. Apparently I tried to select OpenAI, but I guess it never signed in. That was interesting. Oh, you know what? It gave me a server error. Well, I will do that later. There's actually where it says compose. There's a model picker. Why? And you can be able to do that.
Zoom.
So, let's see if I can get this going here. If I can try to get Claude to work. Okay. So, what? Is my stream down?
Xcode.
Uh-oh.
Finder. Safari. Text edit. From iPhone 17 Pro. Apple. Apple. iPhone 17 Pro 2.
Got it.
Zoom. One new item. Xcode.
So,
Xcode.
I'm going to talk about the, let me look at this here. Okay, so I am in the Xcode and I've created the project. I'm now going to go and select, since I've already signed in, you guys will have to sign in with your accounts. Now, if you do not have a Claude or Codex subscription for OpenAI, So if you have a ChatGPT subscription, you've got that. You're going to need to know about, and you're going to need to have one of those subscriptions, either or, right? So you can either have Claude or ChatGPT or both. I've got both. I've got a Claude Max plan and a ChatGPT Themes plan. So I'm now going to press escape out of the preferences and I'm going to start working on the code. And I'm going to work on seeing what I can do with this prompt, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. Let me see here. Okay.
Heading to coding and until out of vertex until toolbar. Zoom minimize close button.
Okay.
Source editor out of jump bar group.
So I'm just pressing VO up to get to the top of the page.
Xcode is not Xcode not out of content project.
I'm going to press the command 1, and then when I'm just in the project navigator, I'm going to go stop interacting.
Out of editor toolbar. And coding assistant radio button 2 of 2.
Coding assistant. Okay.
Source editor edit text currently on line 1.
And I did like that it moved my focus, so I'm in the place where I could start typing my prompt. So I will show you what I do here. I go ahead and I'm going to paste this prompt. I'll show you guys what it looks like.
Zoom,
it's in text edit
Finder,
here.
Safari, text edit, articles. The app would have they can share it.
Let me just go to the top of the page here. This is my sloppy prompt
The latest, we are making an app. It's called Perspective Reader. It's an RSS reader app. The target is EOS users who want to read RSS, like news or other things. The way this is going to be built is with SwiftUI and Apple Foundation W.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll read through this. Basically, it just talks about how the app's going to be built and what kind of frameworks and functionality there are and kind of how it's supposed to structure. So we're going to use the Apple Foundation models and all of the other different Apple technologies with SwiftUI. And we're going to make sure that it follows all the human interface guidelines, right? Because you might want to submit this to the App Store. Who knows? So I'm just going to copy this entire prompt.
We are make copy.
And I'm going to
text Xcode
paste it.
Perspective Reader M-content view period. Swift window coding activity navigator group.
Let's see where my
toolbar navigator group.
Okay, so my focus did move away, so I can press VOJ.
Source editor edit text currently on line 1. Insertion at beginning of text. / new line jump menu 3 items. Source editor edit text jump menu 3 items.
Maybe
source
not.
editor edit text source editor minimum group.
Okay, so I gotta go back to the coding assistant. The issue I'm having here is that when I'm in the, like if I command tab, I get put out of the area where I can type. So I have to get back in.
Out of jump bar group. Out of content view period. Out of navigator toolbar. And toolbar coding run / coding assistant selected radio button 2 of 2.
Okay, so I have to refocus this.
Coding assistant radio button 2 of 2.
And then it didn't focus.
Navigator coding assistant selected radio button and navigator group 6 items compose button.
Here we go. So I can finally hit compose.
New conversation menu button.
New conversation.
Clock button.
There's a clock button. I'm not sure what that does.
New conversation, new line with Claude Agent.
And then this just says with Claude Agent because that's all I have to put in here right now.
Source editor edit text currently on line 1. New line. End of text. This will new conversation, new attachments menu button.
Attachments. It was interesting. It was like spelled weird or something. Reading weird.
Attachments menu button. New conversation, new line with Claude Agent.
I'm gonna press enter.
There will be a settings as well list.
And then it will start responding. And then once it starts responding, it will actually show me what it's doing. Sometimes it will like keep reading and reading with voiceover, and it's like I can't stop it. So I'm going to, in this case, I'm gonna do VO down arrow.
Xcode is not responding. And list today 6 colon. We are making an app. It's called Perspective Reader. It's an RSS reader app.
Okay. Oh.
We are making an app. I''LL build Perspective Reader, comma, an RSS reader app with I''LL build Perspective Reader, comma, an RSS reader. Xcode not responding. I''LL.
So I'm just doing VO right to read it. Now sometimes as it updates, it will keep reading the same thing.
I''LL build Perspective Reader, comma, an RSS reader app with SwiftUI and Apple Foundation models, period. Let me start by checking for any existing agent notes and then play I''LL build Perspective Reader, comma, an RSS reader app. Xcode is not responding.
Interesting.
I''LL build Perspective Reader.
I was not doing this earlier.
Xcode is not responding. I''LL build Perspective Reader, comma, an RSS reader.
Hey. Okay, so I can't seem to get out of this. Oh, there we go. It took like 2 different interactions to get out of it. So honestly, what I found to be the best strategy here is I'm just gonna wait until it's done, or at least I think it's done. The way I know it's potentially done is it will say build succeeded or build failed. But let's try it. Let's see.
Xcode not responding. List.
So it says list. So it's adding new code. Let's see. I could do VO down to read
List.
the code. Try to.
Xcode is not responding. List. Responding ellipsis.
So it's still responding. It's still telling me what it's doing.
X square button.
I'm not sure what the square button does.
Xcode is not responding. Add achievements menu button.
So it's still working on something, but I'm having a hard time getting into this text area. And this is what I had a hard time with earlier today when I was messing with it. Let me see. So I VO left.
Square button. Responding ellipsis.
So it's still responding. Okay. So it's still working on it. That's how I know it's working on it. And I'm just gonna let it go. I would try to read the code normally. But it's kind of funny, it's logic. I have not been able to figure out a way to easily see the code that it's generating. That's kind of one of my feedback points here. And also, like, for Claude Code, there's like the plan mode and other things. I don't feel like I have that here as much. Like, it has clarifying questions sometimes, but it doesn't always tell me, like, in the same manner that Claude did, where I could actually, like, make selections. I did like that a lot better. But this is definitely a good start as well, especially, honestly, I'd use this a lot more if I'm doing, like, strictly iOS stuff, which I do a lot.
List. Build main article. Create article detail view with article / summary tabs. Add feed management. Create feed directory with build settings view with export functionality.
And there we go. Now I can see stuff.
Xcode is not responding. Implement accessibility. Left parenthesis voiceover comma. WCAG compliance right parenthesis.
Okay.
Xcode is not responding. Implement accessibility. Left parenthesis voiceover comma. WCAG compliance right implement accessibility. Left parenthesis voiceover. Add share and copy functionality.
I'm just VO right to read it. But yeah, so let me keep going. VO right.
Xcode is not add share and copy
Oh,
functionality. Services service period. Add image.
add image.
299 a square 100% // Now let me create data models. Left parenthesis feed comma article right parenthesis build RSS feed create article summarization service with build main article list create article detail add feed management create feed directory with categories and search build settings view with export implement access add share and copy functionality.
Okay, is it done?
Out of list responding ellipse square button.
All right, still responding, so I'll give it a minute. If anybody has any questions, I'm just kind of waiting for it to be done, and then I'll check it. I currently have it selected for Claude Opus 4.5. So that's what I've got it selected. Overall, though, once I got used to it, there's definitely some weird issues. Of course, these are all could be like beta. But once I actually got used to it, it worked fairly well. Of course, it's just figuring out why, of course, the Mac is saying it's not responding, but also figuring out why it's doing what it's doing in terms of like focus and things. I'm not sure exactly where it's going. Oops, why is my phone playing? Okay, but overall, it's really good. I really, 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 really like it. I think it's honestly one of the best iOS app builders out there, if not the best. And it also makes fully accessible apps from what I've been able to tell. I've only made one so far, so I haven't been able to fully judge that. But based on what I'm knowing thus far, it seems to do it very well. And I'm very excited about that. Now, it does not tell me when it's done updating. So I'm not sure. I'm going to keep looking at it and see if I can ensure that it's done. Because I have no idea if it's actually done or not because it doesn't tell me. It'd be nice if it like made a sound or something so I knew, oh, it's done. But nope, that's okay. Let's see.
Responding ellipsis.
Still responding. Okay, so still working. If it's gonna one shot this thing, that's gonna be a little insane. We'll have to see. Yeah, but the thing is that this can actually have like Claude and OpenAI's agent working together on the same prompt. So it can actually like use both models. I'm not exactly sure how that all works, but there's so many different capabilities with this. Apple has like a huge video talking about it, and I recommend looking at that. Let's see here.
List. Responding ellipsis.
Still responding. Interesting. Okay. So interestingly, I think it's saying it's still responding or not responding because it's taking up so much of my resources between Zoom and everything else. It's just bogging down. Like it's actually doing a lot of stuff on this. So I'm gonna wait till it's done and I'll figure out what it's doing. Because I know it's done when it will tell me that the build succeeded or that I see it will say not like it will say
Build failed.
responding.
System dialog.
Uh-oh.
Window.
Build failed first time. That's always a bad look
Rewind 10 seconds.
for the AI. But I think it's gonna do something really cool. I think it's gonna fix its own errors. But yes, it also fixes its own errors, y'all. Like it will fix the errors and it will actually build until it's successful and then say it's done. Right, so let me see what it's doing now.
List. Responding ellipsis.
So responding.
Square button.
Square, interesting.
Responding ellipsis.
Not
Square
sure what
button.
square is, but it's still going. Hopefully it'll fix its errors. But it will go and go and go and go until it has no more errors to go, and it will let me test it. That would be really cool. It will let me test it. We'll see what happens. I'm curious to see how this goes because this prompt is honestly not too elaborate, but it gets the job done. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But honestly, it's probably the best iOS app builder out there because it is trained on all the iOS context. I think that's the biggest thing is it's trained on the context for iOS development more than anything else. So let's see if it's done. Let me check. Ooh, everything's falling down.
Responding ellipsis.
Still
Square
responding.
button.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Attachments menu button. Build succeeded. System dialog.
All
Window.
right.
alert result build image.
Build successful. All right, let's see what it does now.
Attachments menu button. Perspective reader m-content view period. Swift window.
Let's see.
Xcode square button. Responding ellipsis.
Oh, it's still responding. Okay. See, sometimes the build succeeded thing is not always the best way to judge if it's done or not. Because sometimes it will say it's done and it's not, and then I end up interrupting it. So I just wait until it says it's not responding or yeah, honestly, I've not been able to find a better way to do that.
Compose button. Development clock button. List.
Well, actually, there is another way. When your focus gets all the way to the top of the screen, when it moves it, that's another way. Okay, so let me show you what this is like. If I can actually, I'm gonna load it on my Mac first because that's the device I'm on. Then I'll try to show it on iOS.
Clock list 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 list
Okay.
list 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 list. And
So that's how it
context
reads
source.
with voiceover. Sometimes
Undo
list
button.
list
Rectangle peer attachments menu button.
rectangle, and yes, you can undo your changes if you so choose.
Menu Apple.
So I'm gonna go to my
Xcode file edit view menu set find menu 20 navig editor. Editor menu 34 product menu run command R test pro and R build clean clear clean stop build show copy import scheme destination test plan destination submit select show up Mac my Mac.
My Mac.
Closing menu run.
And we wait until it sees it's done.
Build failed. System
Oh, build
dialog.
failed on the Mac. Okay.
Rec attachments menu but
Well,
undo
yes,
button.
get a question here.
List. Source editor. Edit text. Undo button.
Source editor.
Source editor.
Here we
Beginning
go.
of end of
That's
text.
what we want to look for. Can.
UUAKETHIORMACWEL. Can you make this for Mac as well?
Can you make it for Mac as well? Pretty simple, right? Can you make it for Mac as well as iOS? Let's do that. Okay, let me see if it's still responding.
Development of apostrophe perspective reader apostrophe EOS app menu button. Clock dimmed button. Xcode not responding. List. Xcode is not list. Responding ellipsis.
Still responding. It's working on it. We're working on it. I'm just trying to make sure I have everything here. All right. Okay, no chats. If you guys are here, go ahead and chat. You guys are very quiet today. All right. Is it still working? Yep, it is.
Square button. Responding ellipsis.
Yep. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to respond. I'm not going to mess with it because, again, I keep saying my stuff is not responding. That's always no fun. And if you guys have not subscribed, if you please do that as well. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I'm also trying to get more watch hours. You guys should go watch more of my videos sometimes. I'm kidding. No. You guys should definitely, if you get bored, have a binge-a-thon. You guys binge Netflix. Maybe you binge my videos if you're ever bored. I do sure have lots to choose from. Okay, let me see if I can get this working.
List. Responding ellipsis.
Responding again. Okay, so it's really thinking about it. I wonder how this would do for like a conversion from UIKit to SwiftUI. I'm always interested. I wonder how that will go. I wonder if this will do a good job. I do find it make better like code for iOS than the other agents. I'm very happy about that. We have 5 likes, y'all. Halfway there.
Build succeeded. System dialog.
All
Window.
right. Build successful. Well, it may not still be done responding. Let's see. All right. So if you guys are here in chat, say hi. I want to know who's watching and what you guys are hoping to get out of this.
Development of apostrophe perspective compose button.
Okay, so it is done. I can press
Run.
Command
Build
O
succeeded.
R.
System dialog.
Let's check it on the Mac before we check it on the phone. I just want to check it here because it's where I already have my stuff set up. So it's going to load, and then we'll see how good it is. I'm curious. Okay.
Text edit. Zoom. Finder. Safari. Xcode. Text edit. Zoom. One new item. Finder. Safari.
Interesting.
Space with Safari containing window. 14.7. Quit
Wonder
Safari.
why it's not
Zoom.
showing
Zoom share
me.
status bar window. System
Yeah.
dialog. You are screen sharing. Xcode.
Here's it. Let's
Xcode.
rerun it again.
Perspective reader M dash content run.
Oh, it crashed. Oh, wait a minute. No, it didn't. I had to rerun it because my Xcode just crashed.
Build succeeded. System
There we
dialog.
go. Oh, okay.
Zoom. Text edit. Finder.
You
Perspective
know,
reader.
here we go.
Perspective reader toolbar. Sidebar. Tape. All art full screen. Button.
All right. Make this full screen. Why don't we?
Perspect all articles. Sidebar. Table. And all articles heading. All feeds. Level
Ooh,
1.
wow.
Feeds heading. Feeds
All
heading.
articles, all feeds.
Out of verticals. No articles. Add RSS feeds to start reading articles. Vertical split. No articles. Select an article.
Okay.
Select an art. No vertic. Add no articles. Vertical side. Perspect all
Whoa.
articles.
That's
Sidebar.
weird.
All articles.
Okay.
Toolbar. And hide. Add.
Let's see.
Button.
Does it
Group.
follow my stuff here?
And dialog. Table. Cancel. But table. And to add. How would you like to add a feed?
Ooh, how would
Heading.
I like to add a feed? All right. All right. This is what I wanted. Let's see what it says. Okay.
Add feed manually button. Browse feed directory button. Browse feed directory button.
I'm curious what it will do for this.
Feed directory. Table. And 19 scroll area. 19 feeds heading. 9 to 5 Mac, Apple News, Rumors, and Product Reviews but The Verge, Technology 9 to 5 Mac, Apple News, Rumors, and Product Reviews button. Xcode, Perspective Reader M Feed Manager period. Compose development of apostrophe Perspective
Hey,
Reader.
guess what? We have a crash. Oh, yeah.
Ready.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's fix our crash so I can keep using this app.
Clock, but list, undo rectangle, peer, add
I'm going to do one more of these and then I'll show you guys. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen reader
in
case
menu.
people get annoyed with it.
Undo button. Source editor, edit text, currently P. L-E, please. Fit, A, the. C-R-A-S-A, crack, W-A-T-R-E, D-O-2-A-D-D, at, A, the. 9. Not O2. 5, 5, H, E-E-D, feed, O2, the, F-E-E-D-S, L-I-S-T. Feed to the feeds list.
Now, this is really cool because it can actually get the crash logs and help fix them and fix the logs and figure out why something went wrong. Very helpful.
Xcode is not responding. Compose button.
Again, Xcode is not responding, as always, sometimes. Okay. All right, so I'm just waiting for this to load a minute and see if I can't figure out why this is crashing.
Xcode is not responding. Development of apostrophe Perspective Reader apostrophe EOS compose button.
I don't know what this is.
Xcode is not responding. Development of apostrophe Perspective Reader apostrophe EOS app menu button.
Interesting.
X clock dimmed button. List. Responding ellipsis.
All right, still responding. Oh, must have been a very severe crash then. All right. The cool thing is about this, though, it can look at your crash logs and your console. So unlike like Cloud Code where you have to paste all that in yourself, you could do a lot more here in Xcode. So I do like the ability to do that. It's really, really simple and easy to do. So I'm still waiting for it to respond.
System dialog.
There we go.
Window.
But I think it's still responding. I wonder what that crash was caused by. Interesting. So it didn't quite one-shot it, but man,
clock button. Development of a develop list. Undo button. Source at list. Clock button. List. Add to a square 100 perspective my map build text. Selected. The project build report space. Report the project build successfully period. The crash was caused by Swift data apostrophe s predicate system not handling URL period. Absolute string property access well period. New line the fix colon. Change the feed and article models to store URLs as string properties. Left parenthesis URL string comma. Website URL string comma. Image URL string right parenthesis. Instead of URL types period. This makes the Swift data predicates work correctly when checking for duplicate feeds period. New line important colon. Since the data model changed, comma, you apostrophe LL need to delete the app from your device / simulator before running again, comma. Otherwise you may get a migration error period.
Got it. So I was able to do this because
Run. Build succeeded.
I waited
System
until
dialog.
I was done. Meaning I waited until the stuff stopped
Perspective
responding.
reader is not responding. Space with perspective reader containing perspective reader. All articles window. Voiceover settings. All articles sidebar table and all articles heading. All articles out of all articles toolbar. And hide refresh button. Hide add button.
Add.
And dialog cancel button table and add browse feed directory button. Feed the table, cancel, but table, and 19 feed scroll area, 9 to 5 Mac, Apple News, room and alert, dialog OK, error, a server with a specified hostname could not be found.
Oh dear.
A server with a specified OK button. A server with a specified last phrase OK button. Closing dial 9 to 5 The Verge, technology, side and alert, dialog OK, error, a server with a specified OK button. Closing Ars TechCrunch, Wired, Rumors, Apple BBC News, World NPR News, Reuters, International News Agency button alert, dialog OK, error.
Oh dang, okay, all the feeds are
Xcode.
stopped loading. Okay, so I'm gonna at this point stop sharing the screen reader.
Perspective reader. Zoom. One new item.
I'm gonna share sound, but I'm not gonna share the I'm gonna share my screen but not share the sound screen reader. That way it could just be quick iterations. And of course I'll describe everything. Because I find when I share my sound is it slows me down a little bit. So let's get this done. So I'm gonna go back into the source editor. I know, oops. That each feed I click on has the error. What can be done to fix this? I don't know. Okay, I'm still waiting. Let's see. Okay, so maybe is it done, I guess? Let's find out. It's really hard to know if it's done or not. I have to go all the way down to the very bottom. Dang it. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait. Control End. Okay, so it's entitlements. Weird, it keeps crashing. Add. Weird. Okay. Huh. Let me start a new conversation. This is honestly something very common I had in my last application I was making with this thing. Sometimes, you know what I've noticed? It has a lot of trouble with networking. That's interesting. Has a lot of trouble with networking and sandboxing. Fascinating, right? Because every time I've done something related to entitlements, it always gets it wrong. It's interesting. Am I the blind website programmer? Well, not anymore. I used to be, but there's many of us out there. But now I'm primarily making iOS apps. But I did do websites for a very long time. I got very burnt out of them, and I'm doing apps now. I like it a lot better. And I honestly, if I do websites now, I'm making them in JavaScript, and I'm not using any CMS. I'm just making them in JavaScript with React and Tailwind. That's how I'm doing them now. If I need to make websites. All right, so it's still loading. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so it's still done. It's still responding. So yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with like networking. I've noticed that when it has to modify entitlements, it's just had a huge amount of trouble with it. I don't know why, but it's interesting. And then I had to go to Claude Code Terminal to fix it. Fascinating, right? I wonder if this thing is good at UI, but when it comes to like backend and networking, I don't know. I've just always had trouble for some reason today, especially with networking and entitlements, which for those who don't know are like permissions that your app needs, like accessing the network or different things, or notifications. So I don't know what's going on there. That's very fascinating. All right, let's see if this thing will ever finish. Why don't I use AI with VS Code and GitHub? You think you'll speed up my process? Well, here's the thing. You bring up a good point. Now, what I will say is that this is a new feature in Apple that I'm testing, just because I want to, right? I want to see how this goes. I'm an iOS programmer, and a lot of the other models do okay with iOS, but it feels like there's a lot of different kinds of inconsistencies and things. And of course, all AIs hallucinate. But this is something from Apple, and I can develop and build all in one place. And I have used GitHub and other things before. But for this instance, this is just to test the new features, and they just came out today. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is just to test it and see how I like it. But it really makes good apps. But yeah, I do use a lot of AI. All right. And again, there's still a lot of work to be done, but it's usable. Okay, I'll try that. Right. All right. Oh, okay. I guess for some reason it didn't build, so I gotta rebuild it myself. Got it. Working on that right now. I just hit Command R to rebuild. It's gonna take its time. There you go. Okay. Add article. Add feed. Sorry. Directory. Dang it. Okay. Interesting. All these are broken. Okay, so it's seeming like it's not fixing them for some reason. This is very interesting. This is an issue, like I said, I've had a lot of the day today, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's see what I should do here. I think I may try to see if I use the terminal a minute. Let's see, because it's just not doing it. I'm gonna go to the terminal. I'm just gonna open up Claude Code, developer. Okay, so let's find the perspective reader. Let's see where to save that. Oh, here we go. Okay, so perspective reader. There we go. Claude. I'm gonna maximize this. And I'm just gonna say, let's see, here we go. I'm just gonna paste this error in there real quick. I lost the context here. Let's see. Network error. Got it. Okay, so I'm just going to paste this. I'm going to say directory, server can't be found, paste it. Let's see what the terminal says. This is my own MCP server that is calling Cloud Rules. I'm still working on that, by the way, y'all, so it's not out for public. Yep. Okay. Thank you again for asking all the questions. Okay. Now, let's see. Got it. All right, so we're loading this right now in the terminal. Germinating is what we're doing. So right now I'm using Cloud Code in the terminal because the Xcode will actually not, for some reason, do anything with it. Again, I'm not sure why, but let's see. Oh, really? Wait, what? What happened? Build settings. Search for code signing entitlement. I don't know about this, but okay. Here. I'm gonna have it fix it because I don't know about this. There's no code signing entitlement. What? Okay. I guess there's entitlement issues. Interesting. And okay, we're gonna fix this. Determining. All right, so I'm gonna close the Xcode. I'm going to stop the task. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to close this other instance of Perspective Reader. I'm going to go back to my developer folder, Perspective Reader. I'm going to do open the Xcode project. Wonder why Xcode decides not going to respond all of a sudden. Okay. And then I'm going to run it. Oh, wait, no. First, I got to clean the build folder. Command Shift K. Command R. Boom. Let's see if that will fix it. All right. Again, if you guys have questions in chat, wonder what I'm doing. Let's see. Still waiting for it to load. What are we doing here? Let's see if I got any chat messages. Oops. Shoot. No chat message. All right. So let's see if this worked. Let's see if this worked. Huh. Oops. Why is this not showing up all of a sudden? I don't understand it. Why? Wait a minute. Okay. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Part of this problem is that my Mac is just under a lot of load with all this Zoom and all these other different software for streaming. So that's probably why this experience is a little bit degraded from when I normally do this when I'm not streaming. Let's see. All right. So articles, toolbar, add, directory. Boom. It added 95 Mac. All right. All right, all right, all right. So there are some times where things get a little interesting and I do have to use the terminal to help get things done that the Xcode will not. All right. So, all right. This is what I wanted. So it has all the things from 95 Mac. All right. And I could just keep adding more and more and more. Oops. Let me click on this. Oh, wait. Okay. So I don't like these tabs where it has the view summary. They're like radio buttons. What I actually want is where it's a real tab. So this is often a thing that happens on these Mac apps. So I will fix this, although I'm not sure. Let me look. Article. Let me look at the article. Oh, right. So it's only showing. Hmm. So it only got the first part of the article. Interesting. Let me go to summary. See if I can figure out why it's doing that. Summary. Oh, interesting. I gotta fix that. All right. Uh-oh. We just hit the Apple guardrails. Oh no. Interesting. Okay, so this can be a common thing with the Apple on-device AI. Interesting. I wonder why we hit the guardrails. Oh, maybe we mentioned Apple. You know, sometimes Apple can trigger its own guardrails. All right, let me try something else. Let me go. Let's do. Let's do this ChatGPT-ish article. So it should say no summary yet. This should not all be one button. So let me just copy this. Oops. What am I doing? Oh dear. Okay, so the summarization seems to be broken. So let me go back to the navigator. Oh wait, actually. Editor. I'm gonna go to the navigator, toolbar. Here we go. I am noticing the summary is broken. It says, I can't help with this. You working correctly. Okay. So overall, we were able to get some articles. I do like how it's presented. It says unread. I think it is a split screen, which I like. So I like the presentation of this. There's just a couple weird bugs that we need to get out, specifically with trying to get the summaries to generate and things like that. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty solid system. We'll see. Xcode not responding again. Let me check. All right. Any chats? I'm gonna try to do as much of this as I can tonight. Um, all right. So let's see. I'm gonna try to let's see what other things I got here. Okay. So I think that's it on the chat front. I'm just waiting for this to work. Okay, we only have 5 likes, or we're gonna be able to do this, or what? Oh my focus got moved. Oy, 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 oy. All right, let me see. I don't know why my Xcode keeps starting. Let me close text edit. I don't need that right now. There we go. So I think it's done. It's being really slow for some reason. Error case. Hmm. Got it. All right, so the system prompt was not. Um, maybe that was the problem. All right, we'll try this again. But I do like how this works, though. We'll put it on the iPad or the iPhone. Oops. Why is it only loading the first part of it? Meh. Okay. I'll need to fix that. Oh. So it cannot summarize copyrighted articles? That's fascinating. Okay. Um, well, oh dear. Okay, so this did not go to plan, did it? No. Okay, so let's figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, so first I gotta fix why it's not showing the entire article. So Interesting. Hmm. Well, RSS. This is very fascinating. Because why? Why is this happening? That's so weird. Like, for some reason, it's like I can't summarize a copyrighted article. Well, interesting. Never seen that before. I've seen issue with foundation models because that's what these are. These are on-device models. But I've never seen anything like what I just saw where it just said I can't summarize a copyrighted article. Michael, I'm curious. Are you, if you're in the chat, have you seen something like that before? Because that's interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully I can get summaries. That would be a bummer if I can't. We'll see though. Okay. Wow. Here it goes. Ooh. Okay. Uh, great. Okay. Oh, wow. Yes, let's do that. Ooh. Okay, source editor. All right, let's one. Got it. Let's do one. Press enter. Okay. All right, so it's waiting. I'm trying to get the full content of the article now. Okay. So, very fascinating that I have to get the entire content of the web article. like others do, like other apps do. Okay. So I'm trying to wait for this to be done. If we can't get the summary, it's working on generating right now. It is generating currently. Maybe if it will. Okay. So I'm still waiting. It's still working on it. I do like how it tells me what other apps are doing. I do like that. So that's always something I do like. Now, one thing I have trouble with, interestingly, is of course the summaries not being generated. Copyrighted material. Fascinating. Hmm. There's really no way to get around that, I don't think. However, I could probably get around the first thing with the items not being like the read more dot thingy. I could probably get around that, which I'm working on right now. But the copyrighted material thing, that's going to be interesting because the AI, of course, this is copyrighted material by 9 to 5 Mac, but I was hoping that it would summarize those things because, like, I know that it possibly can, but I didn't realize that would be as big of a deal as it was. Okay, we have build succeeded right now, and I'm waiting for it to be able to be loaded. So now build succeeded. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it works. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to go load that up real fast. A minute. Let me go ahead and load it. Let's see. I'm going to press Command R and see if I can get these things to load the entire articles. Okay, we can need 4 more likes, I think. Oh, thank you for another subscriber. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm waiting for this to load up. Y'all, we're loading it up. Okay. Here we go. Okay, it's done now. There we go. Xcode had a moment. I swear, I've outgrown this Mac like 2 years ago. This is a 16 gig MacBook Air and M2, and it's just like it has 16 gig RAM, which is fine. But when I'm doing all these different streaming processes, it's not always fine. So I feel like I've outgrown this Mac 2 years ago. Anyway, Oh, we can move on. All right, whenever this advertise is gonna load, that'd be great. And then we'll try it and see if it actually does what it says it's gonna do for a change. Okay. Run the app. And this is failing. No, it's not failing. What the world? Okay, so I'm having trouble running it. Okay, I'm gonna Command K. Here, let me get out of this chat area. Woo. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna restart Xcode. It basically froze. Open up Xcode. We're gonna try this again. Lovely. Okay. Run the build. Here we go. It is running the build for the last time, hopefully. My gosh, I'm having a lot of trouble. There we go. All right, if you guys have anything in chat to say, let's see what we have here. Interesting how it says it's successful, but I can't seem to run it. Boy, the joys of beta Xcode, y'all. Okay. Whew. I can't seem to run it. Well, let me see. It's just not running. Destination, my Mac, press Command R to run it. Try it again. Let's see if it'll work this time. Yeah, like it says successful, but it never actually launches the app. Huh. Wow, I can't get this to work. Fascinating. Or not. It is just acting like it's loading. Now I guess I could restart, but then I have to restart my entire computer. And then this stream would die. I've cleaned the build folder, I exited Xcode. Oh dear. Well, this is not how I planned it to be. Yep, it's totally not working whatsoever. Huh. Okay, so I can't even get it to load my app. Let's see. This needs a little more polished. Let me go back. Okay, so let me shoot. Um, I'll restart Xcode again. Well, it says the apps are running, but I can't find them. Oh, interesting. So it was weird that it was running as an application. I depressed Command Tab. I depressed like Control tilde or Command tilde. Interesting. Okay, so that was not expecting. That just keeps saying not responding. Good grief. VoiceOver. I swear. Holy, okay. Press Command R. Here it goes. Okay, close that tab. Okay, now I wonder if it feels like the reading or the what am I saying? This is what it's called. Oh dear, it's broken. Okay. Oh, okay, so now I gotta go back to Navigator. They didn't tell me before it was broken. Okay, so I am having. Whoa, it's all laggy. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping we'd be able to put this to test flight. That's not seeming like a good reality. We'll try to do as much as we can. Yeah, it is totally like not responding. Oh, crud. I can't do anything. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Good grief. Okay, well, unfortunately, I have some technical issues, which is not always awesome. It worked so good until now. Now it's just not working. Okay, this is a beta, y'all. I'm running beta OS and beta Xcode. Well, folks, unfortunately, I can't even continue without restarting. We tried to build this reader. Wait a minute, where? That's weird. Okay, now voiceover crashed. Cool. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I can continue with this because my entire system is currently frozen and I can't really do anything. So, unfortunately, we didn't get this done. But hopefully, this was a good indicator of what this is like. It has a lot of potential, but for some reason, especially while I'm live on the YouTubes, it is actually crashing. It's crashing everything, and I can't seem to do anything. And of course, I also had issues with networking. It didn't feel like it could solve those kind of issues and things like that. So I'll have to keep you guys updated. Maybe on the Friday stream, we'll have to see. But hopefully, you guys have